If you delete your mage, you gotta start one to delete one. We're good. All right. Good. You got a couple of tunes. Good. Look, the key with you is you start that PayPal account. You'll be able to do it if you start PayPal. It's the only thing holding you back, QFX. PayPal. PayPal. Do it. All right. Something else, man. This thing. I want it done. Done. Forgot to get the blue and the black. Blue. All right, so I don't think this is going to be that long of a stream today. My goal is simply just to fill in, block in the foliage, because then I'm going to go over it anyway and make it more detailed. Probably have him in and tell me what he wants, you know, in the background, foreground and such, because there's zero information that I have. See a pathway, but I'm going to make that a dirt pathway. I think he'll like that better. He likes old school, like old school in the sense of the elements in the painting are old school, not the way it's painted. The way it's painted is more modern. What's up, Shikari? Oh, Charlene's the next one, yeah. That one, that one's almost done. That one's actually further along than this one. But I haven't worked on it. I've been working on this. So, yeah, because I still have some, obviously some touch-ups in the house and stuff. I forgot to get that done. But maybe I'll do it next week or something. I don't know. We'll see. Butt for chair. Tag in. Yes. How are you doing in Delaware, my friend? Tagian is a temporary American. He's living in America. How's it going, man? Season 3 sets? No, I haven't seen them yet. I don't think. Maybe I have. Or did I see the, I saw the 11.2? 11.2, but I haven't seen the PvP ones, like the colors. Tagian, we have to butcher this. That's what we have to do. We have to butcher this further. I have to do it. Gotta do it, man. Gotta do it. More there. That's good. Ah. Your third week here. How are you liking it? You're on your day off. How are you liking it, though? You hanging in there okay? And do you have a phone? If you have a phone, do you have a phone here with a number? Mage is looking good. Warrior's trash. I thought I saw the Warrior one. I thought I liked it, but it was, I think, raid tier or something. What I figured it'd be an off color. The fireplace stacks serve as a monument of all male genitals that have been in Great Wars. I am mixing green in general. You like it? Good, man. I'm glad. I'm glad you like it. I was wondering how you're doing. And I do wish I was more free so that I would be able to at least visit or whatever, you know, like support you in some way. But I can't, unfortunately, right now. But I'm glad you're liking it, and I'm very proud that you're doing this too, because it's hard to leave your country and go to a new one and work and but like you're doing what you got to do to paint, which is awesome. On your phone, okay? Yeah, in Discord, shoot me your number and I'll shoot you a text. All right? You got your first paycheck? Doesn't it feel good? Yeah. We need to get you on your way to citizenship here. That's what we want. Right? That's what we want. He's doing it the right way. Working for 2 weeks and got 1,150. It's very good. Yeah, that's very good. That's good, man. Yeah, he's trying to afford. He's doing it to be able to paint, to afford schooling for painting. He wants to get into, either Lime Academy or Florence Academy, one of the good schools to get trained. So he's saving his money up so he can put himself through school. Yeah. Yeah, he's working hard. You know, and he's gonna get it too with that attitude. That's the way to do it. I mean, he is, that one of those uphill fights, but he's gonna get it because he's not gonna stop. You know. He's gonna get it. I have no doubt. Cool down some, just a little bit. There you go. Oh man. Michaels, yeah, that's funny. Michaels is a pretty good store. The problem is once you get on their mailing list, they do not take you off ever, no matter what you do. It's extremely frustrating. Ilokimo, what's up, man? Doing landscape work on the side for redneck Americans. I unloaded a truck full of building material trash for some Vietnam vet for $150 for 3 hours. Yeah, the vets are awesome, man. Those guys are something else. I want to try to enter some contests in the coming years. You should, and I should too. All of us should, to be honest with you. Scott and Sue Burdick have been telling me I need to. Just do not get married ever, Lord T. Every time Lewis checks the mails, please buy her stuff, maestro. People here are awesome. Yeah, man. That's right, we are. There's a lot of really good people here. Very good people. Very good people. All right. There's a lot of very good people. The way that I look at it, it's like, you know, you hear about, like, the news is not always so accurate because it's like, you know, they're going to show a lot of the bad that is going on, this and that, and oftentimes they magnify it for whatever purpose, but it's not that, like, most people aren't reported for doing good. And in America, there's so many good people. So there's so much good that goes on. It's just not newsworthy. So people are shocked when they come here. They're like, wow, all right, there are. We've got a lot of very good people here. I'm going to get my, no, wait. I'll just mix it. I don't feel like getting it out. It's going to mix the mud, the dirt. $15 coupon here before next week. Yay, time to go shopping. You take advantage of them, which is good. This drawing and painting, though, I've not been able to pick up a brush for 3 weeks. It's rough, man. And you know I've been in that position. Yeah, this will make you better. What's up, Gears? Early in your portrait training in Italy, I assume you spent a lot of time learning the form of the human body. Given that knowledge, want to go... You dick. All right, I knew where you were going the second I read body. I already won the Warframe art contest, which is pretty much the equivalent of the Prix de Rome. I can't be any more immortalized. Okay. Let's mix some dirt colors. Dirt colors. Two. That'll be my phone. Three. And then just put this one here. There you go. Dirt. Oh, me. You knew where I was going, but you still came along for the ride. So smooth. You're so smooth. I'm not going to read that, years. So, lately you've been looking at some paintings, things you've got to burn the evidence, but it's too late. They're on Instagram. Where your set isn't looking good. Honestly, except Mage and Priest, they are all lame, not gonna lie. I'll have to check. I haven't seen it. Oh, good. Excellent tagging. I'll get it after the stream. I'll send you a text. Yeah, call whenever you want, man. And if I don't pick up, it's simply because I'm not at my phone or not ignoring you. So things are a little bit nuts. Like I just got in. What time is it? It is essentially 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock Eastern. It's 2:50 right now. Of course, I can't disappoint my 3 followers. Shakuri, you sure you want to see that mess? Oh, okay, man. Backwards sharpen, you get up to 24 seconds, 50% MS. I don't like that. Does that stack with actual MS? What is it? Sharpen, replace? If it's stacked, I would probably die. Stand here. So I'm essentially doing a very thin layer of darkness over here. I don't really care as much what color it is. I'm cooling it down some, but I'm gonna go back into it with the light over and just pluck the light out. It's the current plan. I'm going in with some cobalt blue to help it to dry a little bit quicker too. So, because the reason why I'm doing this now is I'm setting up for next week, right? So I figure, okay, get this done this weekend. Let it sit during the weekend rather, right? You know, and then I can go back into it next week. I'm not gonna put the shadows on the ground because he always makes me take them out. So I don't know if, like, guys, another thing, like y'all well know, I'm just trying to get this thing done at this point. I know you could say, oh, it's not a good attitude to have. I mean, I have to do what he wants. I don't like what he wants to do. Right? I'm just trying to get this thing done as quickly as I can. Start pulling the lights up. That stuff's fun. Kathy, what brand paints do you mainly use? Do you use varnish? Do you varnish your palette? Why is it so shiny? These are very good questions. I mainly use Michael Hardings. Okay, so most of my colors I use Michael Hardings, but I've started using Rublev Lead White, but I'll also use the Kremnitz White. I'll also use Michael Hardings Kremnitz White, which is very good. I got some Michael Hardings Kremnitz White recently, but it was kind of dried inside, and I used enough where I was like, okay, I should probably return it. I should have returned it before, and normally it's not like that. It was just a bad tube, so that's why I'm not using it right now. But I use actually Georgian oil paint for my yellow ochre just because I like the consistency and how it looks. But Georgian's not. I don't think Georgian's really well known. For a time, I was using Blue Ridge oil paint, from Blue Ridge Oil Company paint. And but I think they're putting in safflower oil and mixing it in with like linseed oil, and it's making it so it does not dry. And I don't really like that, so that I'm not buying anymore, but I'm kind of just emptying out whatever tubes I have. So this is, for example, Indian Red, which normally I'm using Michael Hardings, but this is Blue Ridge. And this is also Blue Ridge, and so I found those paints aren't that great, essentially. But yeah, Michael Hardings would be, if just overall, I would say Michael Hardings. However, the yellow ochre I don't like with Michael Hardings because it is very potent, and it absorbs all the colors because it's just like it has such strong tinting power. Now you might like that. I also find it a little bit cloudy, so. You know, it doesn't have like as much of a kick. It's more soft, you know. It's a little bit more. It seems more grayed out to me when it's mixed with stuff. So that's a personal preference. Michael Harding uses like good pigments, and he doesn't use a lot of oil in. He really grinds it, which is why I like it. It's solid paint. But aside from that, Williamsburg is very good paint, but I don't really use that much, but I should. Williamsburg is like top notch. Rublev is very good paint. You know, and like I said, I'm using the lead white right now, and that's the Kremnitz White. It's very good. I love that. It's very good paint. Oh, and the palette, essentially it's cherry wood, I think. And when I first got it, I sanded it down with like medium grade sandpaper, then very fine to really make it nice and very as smooth as you can get, right? You want to go to very smooth, fine sandpaper. You sand it down, and then you saturate it with oil, and then you sand it again once it dries, saturate it with oil. So you do that 2 or 3 times, and then it's able to paint on, and then over the years, it darkens. And when like I'll clean the palette, I won't clean it with turpentine. I take the paint off, and then I'll put a little bit of, I'm using vegetable oil right now just because to clean the palette with. I'm not gonna use like walnut oil or linseed oil, you know, that's more expensive. So I just get some cheap oil to clean it with, scrape it around, pull the paint off with it, and just kind of, you know, take as much off with the paper towel as I can. And over time it just darkens, and it makes a nice shine, especially where I'm always working, because, you know, it's like working with your palette knife, that area is very smooth. Like it's rougher kind of around the edges here, and you can tell here, like this I need to resand. Down here, I need to resand. It's just like I used to be able to mix on this right here, but yeah, I need to kind of sand parts of this down. And so, but that's how I get that. So I don't put varnish or anything on it. My 50 wishes only. Hurry already with the painting. You got another painting to work on after this? Yes, I do, Gears. It's a portrait, which you might, I don't know if you saw me, but it's Charlene Richard. And it's actually kind of almost done, but I still have work to do on the face and probably some stuff in the background. But it's probably about 95% complete, but I really want to push it. So that's why I'm saying maybe 90% complete. I think potentially I could get that done next week, maybe. Potentially I could, like, that's best case scenario, but I actually don't see that happening because something always slows me. Your chemistry exam went well? Good, anti-champion, good. Want to see your paint tubes? Isn't Georgian really cheap? It is cheap, yes. It is cheap. And this is, let me show you Georgian. This is Georgian. I just opened a new one. Here. Georgian. And then, I won't show you all of them, but Rublev is nice. This looks it's kind of thinner, but it's actually has quite a bit of pigment. So 150 milliliters. This is very good stuff. I love this. My Mike Harding's is this stuff right here. This whole thing is bad. Oh, it's normally it's great. I love this paint. This is what I'm used to working with, but in fact, I'll leave it out because it's useless with a capital Y. Anyway, get the big tubes. Because they last, it's cheaper in the long run. I don't want you filling anything into a tube and giving it to me, okay? Old Holland's yellow ochre is like clay. You like that? No, I mean, Georgian is cheap. Georgian is cheap. And that's the thing, like, I'd like to have another yellow ochre. I'd like to have one. I could probably find one. Was kind of hoping you were doing a portrait work next. I really like some of your past houses, but this one, kind of dull. I agree. This one and the painting before, I don't know if you saw it, was just horrible. I used that to Ninth Master using cheap paint. Gambling, titanium is very oily. Lewis, those are some big tubes. Damn right they are. Well, here's the thing. I mean, like, I get paid to do this, so it's like, you know, it pays for itself, essentially. So you gotta play your cards right, man. I mixed these too warm. Do you guys enjoy the streams, like the drawing class streams that I do, like from last night, because I can't really interact with y'all, unfortunately, that much during them. But I guess it is something where I know y'all like talking and hanging out, so that's why I was like, it might be a fun thing to do. And I'll try to make the streams better. I think the sound quality, I need to get a shotgun mic where you can like hear everybody talking, not just like one person talking. I think that would really make it better. But I was just curious what y'all thought with that. You know. Because like I watched part of the stream this morning, and it's, I like giving it to like, giving the mic to, somebody else and talking, but at the same time, if you could hear just the entirety of like what everybody is saying and like the cut downs that are going on, like it's fun. Like we're just, part of me is concerned that YouTube might be offended over some of the stuff we say, but then I'm not sure I really care too much about that. And I don't think they would be. I just don't want to have to deal with BS like appeals or whatever. You like the streams? Good. Set up text to speech so we can troll your students. Better than staring at the fire. It's interesting for the first 20-25 minutes, then it gets quiet. Yeah, sometimes it goes like, it depends, The clay texture though, for that paint, Shikari, you can like water down using like it's oftentimes it's good when the paints are thick because that gives you the option, like you can make it more like softer, right, by adding oil to it, so you have more of a range to work with. And like you don't always need to mix in with a brush. Like oftentimes what I used to do, especially if it was like some thick paint, I would just go here. Y'all seen me do this. I just dip into the palette cup right here, and then I'll go and like, mix it into whatever pile of paint. You could do that with whatever color. You could do that with the yellow ochre, right? This is good information. I'm studying at the only Michigan Atelier classical studio. Brian Sokol and Richard Brian Skull and Richard Seaman. Michigan. Do I know them? Brian Skull. Give me a second. Brian Skull. I don't think I do. Brian Skull. I feel like I might. Artist. Image. I'm sure I know him. Huh. Oh, I don't. Well, good. I'm glad. And yeah, Kathy, I mean, if you have any questions, just let me know. I studied at the Florence Academy of Art. And normally I'd like to be doing better things than this. But I have to. This is, again, commission. I have to do it. Nope. I've got to do it. Let me actually cool this off some. Cool that off. Cool this one off too. Significantly. So I keep on going in and just adding blue in, so it's just but this is what I'm saying, like Shikari, if you just dip your oil into this, like if this is thick, and just grind it in with just mix it in with your palette knife. It saves a lot of time actually. Seaman. Ah, I gotcha. Okay. No. Seaman. You're gonna add the back shadow. No, I'm not gonna do the shadows, Tanner. I don't think my client wants it. He always tells me, can you take the shadows out? Can you do this? Can you do that? And so I'm gonna try to just do that for now. Oh, nice. There's that bush that we tried to put in yesterday. I was like slowly killing every bush that I put in. I said, screw it. Don't need it. Don't want it. I'll have him in, and my client, I'll ask him. I'll say, hey, what do you want? What do you want? I really wish y'all heard the conversation that we had in here when he was telling me what to do and fix the painting, like what he wanted me to change. And my answer to like 50% of what he was telling me was that will ruin the painting if I It was funny. It was pretty good. And then he had accidentally been recording it and it started playing on his phone. And so I heard oh shoot, I just painted over that. It's okay. I heard myself like from 5 minutes before telling him that's going to destroy the painting, as I was in the process of also telling him to destroy the painting. It was really a weird experience. It's pretty funny. What are you gonna do? See here, this is my idea. I'm going with this as a round, and I'm just kind of getting the impression, and then we cut back in with a dagger brush and we can start pulling information. We'll also bring the light up more. So I've kind of kept this at a mid-tone. I'm flirting with some color, right? I'm putting some reds in every once in a while, going up to the oranges. Maybe I'll cool it off at some point, you know. But this, for the most part, is, you know, I mean, this is just kind of the layer. This is not like the overall effect that I'm gonna have. All right, I'm just trying to get this like layered up, right? Cools, push the cools a little. And you know, just getting a rough texture, but I'm not trying to cover like all the dark necessarily. And I can always go back in with the dark. That's a cool thing. That's the cool thing with this. Always go back in with the dark. Using a little bit of walnut oil just to make it malleable, the paint. So. And you know, like most of the time, what I like to do is put kind of like light shadows, or you know, like the shadows where you can see like the leaves and stuff, you know, and then there's light shining through the shadows. That's why I like putting in. But every time I do that, my client wants me to take them out. So I'm just gonna try to put a lot of light into this painting. If he wants me to put a tree or something in, I will. So that's why I'm kind of keeping this simple, because this is at least something that I'm like, okay, yeah, I can add this in. If you want a fence, I'll add that in. I can change this, you know, it's just basic, but it'll kind of give me an idea of like if he wants it or if he doesn't want it. So yeah. Um, don't answer any camping questions, Kathy, from these idiots. Just don't. QFX is starting to pick it up. Originally, it came from stupid channel that I call him Gears. This is his Warcraft name. Okay. He would order a cheeseburger without cheese. The rooftop ledge in the upper left is unfinished. Upper left, this? Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, you're talking about that? I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that is a fingerprint that I put in. There's white there. I literally just painted over this piece right here, which, you know what? I might actually leave. This is just blocked in still. Scratchy. So there's still stuff that needs to happen with it. A lot of stuff that needs to happen. Oh, here's Oka. Someone say camping. Yeah, see, Oka and Gears brought the stupid thing in. That's like their leading joke. And so, yeah, they're essentially wanting to molest everybody on a camping trip. That's the gist of it. Been able to glean. Richard went there a while. I totally stand while you're doing the painting. It pays. Yeah, it pays the bills. It pays the bills. And look, I mean, it is still good practice, even though I'm not doing it how I want. I've gotten a lot of practice painting houses, which I hate. But say I have a painting and there's a building in it, I have to know how to paint the building. I'd still be painting it different, but it still gives you drawing practice and experience, blah, blah, blah. So it's not a loss. It's good. It's good. And plus, I like giving, whoever it is who commissioned me what they want. Told you camping is a bat signal for Oka. He's standing in the dark till he is lightened by a light with a tent. You missed it, Oka. We were just talking about Professor Richard Seaman. That's the other thing, Kathy. Our maturity level is all the way down there. All the way down. Pretty much by design. Do I mind it? No, not really. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We are kind of retarded here. I must say, surrounded by assholes. Yes, indeed. All right, now what we're gonna... Oh, let me get this... Boom! Let's do it on! Okay. So now what we can do, we can go in with the dagger brush. Dagger. Dagger. Start messing with it. Oh my gosh, look what he's doing. So cool. Oh. Slowly pluck the light up. Out. And probably have to mow the lawn with this one. But the key is to try to set this up for soften it going back there. Try to set it up for the next day that you paint. Right? Talk about this. It's a little bit smoother going back. Some color. Needs more color. Make it lighter. It needs more color. Ravenswood in Chicago. What I miss? You talking about Richard Schmidt? When camping in your hand, you disgust me. Really like the painting you did with the fence in the background. That was one of my favorites of all of them. The fence in the background. There was one where the fence was coming down this way. I can't remember the fence in the background. Tried to be an artist, but just ended up an autist. Stupid man. So you went to WoW joining the gang, huh? So you went to WoW joining the gang. Mozart was childish. How's Juliet's drawing yesterday? She did very good. Very good. Ravenswood, don't go after the sunset. It's a little dicey. If you pumped out lances like that grass, you'd have no room. Get the weed whacker on. Pumped out lance. Pumped out lance. Just press ice lance. You gotta set up for it, man. If you get locked. What happens when you get locked? What are you gonna do? Yeah, the fence in the foreground gears. Yeah, okay. Locked on spamming instant. You don't just spam an instant. It doesn't. I'm not gonna get in. You're trying to get me worked up again, and I'm not gonna let that happen. You and Gears, both of you. Which, by the way, I told Gears. The thing is, I would hold him back, though. Mythics. I would do Mythic with him. And I agree, it would help. But I actually don't do that bad. We hit 1900. That's not bad. I think it's higher than most people who play. Okay. Just like you're talking about Gears, who's a freaking nerd. All he does is oil his biceps and play his Flavor of the Month class. And then look up my stats and say, you didn't ultra time. Oh, I listen to him. He knows what he's doing. I'm trying to bring him to my level with excuses, saying you are out of touch with the player base. I know them. That's my strategy at this point. And guys, he's painting yet. He's not done Go Easy. What? You're gonna get locked in Spain? Were you talking about me, Kathy? Yeah. Are they making fun of me? They always do. I have to put up with this all the time. You see? Is that synthetic brush or natural hog hair? These are all hog hair right now. I'm not using synthetics. Synthetics, you can use them more in the background. I find for landscapes, I like hog hair a lot. 1900 is great. You get down on yourself for it and assume others are down on you. I ain't 1900, but you can be. I was looking up my stats. I just happened to notice the ultra time thing. I'm grateful you did because, I mean, it's valuable information. Okay. It's not looking good, is it? Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is I will have this like dry and then go back into it. So, oh, that's another thing. I've talked to y'all about this. Like, I try to go over in my head what I want done before I paint, right? And I try to set goals for myself and figure out what I'm going to do before I come in. Now, you might not always be able to tell, but that is the plan. That is what I try to do, so. So that's not too bad. But I think what I do at this point is kind of let it sit, because I feel like, actually I'm going to go and put some color variation, but not worry about I won't say the drawing as much. I'm just going to I'm trying to put this foundation that I can go like on top of, right? Like more solid color here. It's a little bit stuff that this is going to be kind of underneath, and then I can start, like when I come back on Monday or whenever, kind of come in and continuously like detail or smooth out what I need to do, you know. So I'm actually, because this has gotten a little bit muddy, so what I'm doing at this point, I'm actually going in with more solid color up here instead of mixing into my piles, because I know that's going to be desaturated You see, this gets desaturated pretty quick here. Right? Now when I'm putting this on, I'm trying to look at this. I'm literally looking kind of all here as I'm putting this on. Right? Just to kind of see holistically what I'm doing. I should be stepping back more, honestly. So this is not bad. I'm gonna go ahead and block this in really quick. See, this is already blocked in, but we need to get the detail and all that stuff because I'm not painting this too like that great right now, honestly. And sometimes it's like that. Like last painting, I feel like I did a better job. Oh man. This is kind of like the sprint on Friday, right? I'm just sprinting off the week. Just happened to notice this. Trying to decide which flavor of the lunch spec and we're gonna play next. You got the Hunter down, Warrior and Shaman most. Wait, got it down to Hunter, Warrior, and Shaman. I played the Warrior some. Warrior's a lot of fun. Hunter I never really have a fun time with. Maybe I should. But just use Pillar more. It's 100% active, damage reduction, CC immunity. It's just OP as hell. Infinite block. I've never played Shaman really. Okay. Thanks, Kathy. I appreciate that. Thank you. This is darker than I want, but I have a plan. Never looks like I have a plan. Just put it like this. Okay. Shaman's the most played spec, you think? Yeah. They hit like a truck, man. So all the juicers know what each class offensive and defenses are, so you want to improve that base knowledge. It is good to play different classes for that reason, honestly. Start down here, actually. I'm not going off a reference. I have the photo right here, but it's, I mean, look, this is the, y'all seen this. Where is it? I mean, that's the house. That's how it is. You know? So, I mean, I'm making this up based off of what I think he would want. Right? So. I don't feel pain anymore. I feel nothing. Nothing. I feel nothing. Nothing. No pain. Ah! Comfortably numb. PvP is probably chill. You can even get rating there now. It's 2K arena rating if you can get 4K in PvE. PvE would help PvP. PvE rating? PvE has way better rewards. Yeah, are you kidding me? Look up. So the sets are just all off colors now. So like the PvP rival gear, for example, is just an off color of looking for raid, normal, heroic, mythic. But you get like mounts, all sorts of stuff with them. They get so much cosmetics. We don't get anything, man. They pissed Vinruki off. That guy's Canadian. And if he gets mad, you know they did something wrong. He had a video today where he was ranting about the gladiator reward. Why'd I do that? And then I just continue doing it. The gladiator reward, which was like the mount. I was like, man, I'm never gonna get any glad mount. He's complaining about the mount. And I'm not blaming him for complaining about it. But I'm not even gonna see that. And it wasn't even good. Anyway, that's about it. Damn, son. Yep. That's how it is, man. Rust my hand a second. But yeah, I like it when he gets fired up about stuff. So, next week I'm going to go back into this. There's a lot that I need to get done actually on it. It's kind of like, I mean, it's coming along, but it has a lot of work. It's not well painted. But I threw the paint down for the background because, like, if y'all remember yesterday, it was just the house. This is something I can work with. But I kind of need a break on it because my head is just not in it right now. I think I have house fatigue. House fatigue. Pretty sick. Epic BGs tonight? Possibly. Yeah, Zerx normally doesn't do arena. I might do one or two with you. We'll see. I'll try to get on and play some. What y'all are running probably, I think, 8:30, 9 o'clock. Let's have a siding, or is it stucco? They just recycled a mount from 2 expansions ago, added armor, 3 recolor, and called it good for the whole expansion. They've been recoloring everything. We need a new real nudies in the Discord. Oh yeah. See, that's the problem is that I. So honestly, yeah. I'm not going to be posting any just because, like, the women who I have had before, you know, like when they're young, they're like, yeah, put me out there. But then later on, they're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have nude pictures of myself out there. So then they change their mind, which is problematic if you've done work, right? And for me, I have done it online. So I'm just going to be going with AI stuff for that reason, Shikari, which I know you're going to love. AI is getting good enough where you can do that, even though I obviously prefer the real thing. Start forming at 8. Got it. Okay. So at 8 o'clock, I'll be putting my dad to bed. But I will try to make. I'll hop in probably at some point. Am I going to stream anymore today? I don't think so, Tanner. In fact, right now I might even just call it because I'm kind of. I'll clean up, but I said to myself I'm going to try to rest some today if I can, take some time to myself or something, because I'm just like, I feel floored. It's been a week and a half. But just, you know, Thursdays just keep going. This stuff looks really good. Yeah, it does. I haven't studied the human form like most of you, but it seems like AI nailed it in those pics. It has. I mean, I think there are some weird things, but it's getting to the point where it's solid. It's pretty solid. 0 reasons to push. I'm obviously not going in order with the chat. 0 reasons to push glad this expansion. Big reason why PvP participation is in the dumpster. Nothing good to reach for. Yeah. Yeah. AI for private camping. Yeah, I mean it's good. It's solid. I love, honestly, I like the ideas behind it, and just the direction of everything. I think we can use it to accentuate our work. I don't like people who are like artists doing it and presenting it as their own work, but I think it's a very valuable resource. And like I've said, I really do. I wish they would have like an encryption, a file that came with it saying what it siphoned, what information it siphoned to create that image, right? So it's not like pure plagiarism, like without. But in terms of, like, I've done this before. I've had an AI image and say, guys, this is AI, and I just do a copy of it just to get myself back in the game if I need to. It's great practice. You can learn a lot from it. But you have to say, look, this is not my concept. I don't care what I typed in, right? Juliet, what's up? Oh my gosh, you're nerds, and I'm not. That's what you're thinking. She only dates 35 and up. I'm single, but I'm out of your league. Only getting the sugar daddies. Man, 35 and up does not mean you're a sugar daddy. You know? Right, mullet baby? Don't worry, mullet baby. I will do a video with you in it soon. Soon, mullet baby. We'll make it work. Nerds do it best. Damn right we do. QFX, you have a chance. QFX was trying to say how old he was. Well, actually, I don't know how old, but he was trying to say he wasn't like 4 when he hit GLAD, which makes sense. 13 years ago. Yeah, we don't know your age. I think you're probably 27, 28, 30. I was just going off of your maturity level. That's why I said I thought you were 17. This Tanner kid. Tanner, are you going to take that? This Tanner kid's max 20. 20 max. Juliet. Like this rabid Cabbage Patch Kid. Frothing at the mouth. Mullet baby needs a mother's touch. Yeah, you don't have GLAD. You hit 2.2. I forgot, yeah. It'd be nice to have GLAD, but you can't even break 18 right now. Oh, okay. Going by maturity level, I'm like 16. This is true. I kept the age lid at 65, though. I have standards. Oak, I'll see you, buddy. I like how you'll make a statement and then follow it with I have standards when the statement itself is indicative of you not having standards when you look into it. I'm so smart. Oh, constantly burning you. You're so retarded. I'm gonna go home, smoke a cigar, and read some Dungeons and Dragons like a real man. Or maybe I should get out. I need to get out of here, man. It has been a week. But we got done what we wanted, what I wanted to, which is good. You're not in your 70s at all. Tanner's 27. There you go. 27 is a good age, man. Cherish it, Tanner. Cherish it. 65 is where the magic starts. QFX and Juliet sitting in a tree. Juliet, post your art. What art? Juliet is... You're in the drawing class. And you're saying, what art? Not the porn you draw. We're talking about the stuff that's suitable for my channel, which is very high class, okay? Don't want your after dark drawings. Your after hour drawings. I make an exception for 70. Actually, I'm 80. Keep going, QFX. Let's see what she says. Is Juliet the hot chick in your class? Don't say that. Don't give her a big head. She already has one of those. That was the model. Juliet's the one drawing in the class. She was the one that's always attacking. By the way, BDSM guy tried calling me. He won't stop. They never do. They don't. She's talking about a photographer. There's photographers around here, and I'm sure elsewhere too. But so like a lot of the models that I've had, they originated as models for photographers, and so they know a lot of the same photographers. And these guys are older guys hitting on hot chicks under the guise of photography. So they're essentially creeps, and it works too. That's the other thing for a lot of the time. So Juliet has been approached, let's just say, and she's so far resisted her temptation to be a BDSM model. But this guy won't stop. That's the context. Was it Tanner? No. It wasn't Tanner, no. Is that house you are painting haunted? Probably. Haunts my dreams, my nightmares. How much would you guys pay to see me in bondage? Should I do it? Why are you asking that? Don't ask that question here. You know what they're going to say. They're idiots. This is the dumbest thing you can possibly... Of course they're going to say yes. Should I do it? How hot am I? That's what you're doing. You're like, oh my gosh, how hot am I? Should I do it? Shouldn't do it. A lot of hot girls missed their chance with me since they didn't know I was alive. It's pretty good. That was a good one. Look at the pics if you paid for my WoW stuff. Are you talking to Juliet? You take Michael's coupons. I'd pay for QFX's WoW sub to see bondage pics. You should go for it, Juliet. Tanner, don't tell her that. Juliet, don't listen to him. Straight jacket, maybe. It's the dumbest thing ever. Should I do it? Guys. Guys. All right. Kathy, I'm not sure if you're still here, but essentially right now, I scrape the paint off and I'm just putting a little bit of the vegetable oil on the palette, just a little bit. And then what I do, instead of going in with a cloth, because it absorbs in the cloth, you can save a lot of oil. I just put a little bit on, and I'm going to go in and just mix around with the palette knife. And it just loosens everything up, and then you just wipe it off. Wipe it off. Get it dry, but it always leaves a slight residue on, and I try to wipe the palette off evenly all around the edges and everything, so it's a thin film. It's not glossy, it's not shining, but over time it builds up, and constantly saturates the palette, and it dyes it darker so that it's a nice color to see your paints against. Do the bondage. Show pics online. Has to pay $45 to war within sub. You guys looking at. Just get your PayPal account. Stop messing with this. Dude, I swear. It's driving me crazy. Kathy saw the chat and ran. And I wouldn't blame her. Overwhelmingly positive response. Stupid. You should be afraid. You should be afraid. You should definitely be afraid. You are trying to take advantage. QFX, you and Tanner should be ashamed of yourself. And QFX, you're trying to get her to pay for your WoW sub by being a BDSM model. Shame on you. Why are we so stupid? Speaking of which, stupid channel. Just get Lewis to take. Stupid heart. Just get Lewis to take the pics. He's clearly no threat to anyone. What's that supposed to mean? Don't answer that question. Shut up. You should beg on the street and film it and post it. Because I want to see that. I want to see you begging on the street for your WoW sub because you don't want to pay with PayPal. I don't want to start a PayPal account. I always canceled it once, probably for some stupid reason. So I haven't heard one good reason why you're in the position you're in right now. Peak of your existence at 80. I think you have something to offer for your sub. Aren't you glad that isn't a brick house? Yeah, I am. Actually, that's a very good point, Randall. I'll leave the stream on. I'm going to go clean the brushes. So I'll be gone for about 2 or 3 minutes. And then I'll come back and wrap them, and then we'll end the stream after that, okay? If I did it, we'd have nothing to laugh about. We'll always have something to laugh about. We will always have something to laugh. I'll be right back. He threatens me. Send help. Stranger danger. He threatens me. You're asking about being a BDSM model. Told you not to ask. Stupid. Told you not to ask. Kathy, good. You're still there. Sorry, let me catch up here. Shurimiya. Shurimiya's here. I just got back from cleaning my brushes. I'm gonna give it a second. Threatens me, send help. That's where I left. Okay, now I'm gonna take a nap. You guys stalling me out with BDSM models. Later, Gears. Lewis wouldn't want to. He calls me a fatty. QFX. I don't know if I called you. I might have called you a fatty. I've called you all sorts of stuff. Call everybody fat. Dumb girls always end up in abusive situations. You have to educate yourself, especially if getting into the lifestyle in any capacity. You can easily die or be injured. Wait a second. I missed something. For 10 years. You're an absolute retard if you do that. That's how you get sex trafficked, retard. Yeah, she's just messing around. She is. She's messing around. I can pay well with that. QFX is joking. Everybody here's joking. Except Tanner. I don't know if Tanner is. He probably isn't. Dang, what keeps on... keep on losing my place. Dumb girls voice. I was so obviously joking. I think it's ridiculous. I wouldn't... Yeah, she is joking. They know... Shutter me is stay safe. Shutter me is very passionate. She's just watching out for you. Ladies, hot ladies always gone for the bad boys. I'm not getting into the lifestyle. Kathy's here, which is good. This is what I've been doing, just not long enough, I guess. QFX, you ever buy Fro Gersticker? Is that's something German? That's all I got. Juliet ain't paying for my well. Sure. I'm still here. You guys just don't send crazy answers. Sorry, I'm a bit behind. Hopefully things haven't got too out of hand. I'm gonna send you some pictures. Kathy, we have a Discord, which Sherry just linked. So yeah, that's it. She got the Discord. I'm not joking in a non-perv way. The one guy was left in a room in bondage. I won't get into it. No way. Do you get it? Yeah. She knows. Look, guys, she was joking. She was 100% joking. Okay, QFX was... He's also joking. He is saying, do the pics so you can pay for his Warcraft account. Okay. It's the dumbest thing ever. It's so stupid. All right. How do you get shadows on a yellow house without them turning green? Like me? The shadows are probably going to be cool. You're going to have to bounce them with... if it's turning green, you can add... If it's the right value, you can just add a little bit of red to it. And possibly, it probably has a little bit of white as well. Green will take the... I'd have to see the color. I'd be able to tell you how to mix that color. Gear stickers good and cheap. They're cheaper than Dutch stores. And this was China, send China. It's not okay to be in BDSM, so it was a sensitive situation. You can mix brown or purple with yellow. Bought 200 milliliters of white and black for $7. You should your sticker on. I'm satisfied with them. Okay. Good. Totally normal stream. As usual, totally normal. Nobody panic. Warm meaning leaning yellow. A cool yellow will be greenish. Warm. But you can still make it green. I'd have to see what he's doing, honestly. Because you can have a cool green, a warm green. Normally the green happens, it's like if you're doing a greenhouse and you want to darken the shadows, you're taking that yellow and putting blue, or you're putting black in, right? But you need to be putting some red in as well to balance it off. Serenity now! Serenity now, insanity later. Yeah, because I mean, it doesn't. I don't think the warm or cool really makes that much of a difference, to be honest with you. Excuse me. Guys, I am feeling it. This is not WoW music. This is actually Baldur's Gate 3. Let's see here. I'll just sit for a second. I'm about to shut the stream off, but yeah. Your house, the shadows aren't leaning green. How did you get the shadows? Oh, like you're talking about, did you ever see Curb Your Enthusiasm? Yes, it's hilarious. So how's the weather on your house? You're talking about this one here? I essentially got a gray by mixing white, ultramarine blue, yellow ochre, and Indian red. I just grayed it out, and then I would mix my orange into it or red into it, right? You've seen how I mix. I'll get the pile of paint, but then I always mix my secondary colors. So I would just add those colors in just very lightly. So the field color, which is the general color, right, is grayish. And when I put it down, I'll modify those piles of paint, because if I notice that I'm constantly cooling it off, then I'll go in and add some blue in, which I did actually. I don't know if you were here for the grass. I did that with the grass earlier today. So I kept on having to cool it off because the greens that I mixed were a little bit too, I think I put a little bit too much cadmium into them and a little bit too much red. And so it didn't give it the right look that I wanted, so I had to actually add some blue to it. Eventually I mixed it in. Honestly, I like the painting, set the blue sky, but you can't have it all except on the Blizz store. Yeah, see, I don't like the blue sky either. I don't like it. But again, this is the client likes the Carolina blue sky. rolling clouds, very white, very bright. He wants everything very bright and colorful. He doesn't like a lot of shadows in it. He really wants it to stand out. And so that's what I got to do. You know, we got to do it. I don't mind that road going across it. It's kind of cool. It's an okay painting. It just seems, I don't like the very bright and corny looking work, and I can't really, I don't feel like I can really paint how I want to paint. And when you don't feel like you have the freedom to do things, like sometimes you have to experiment in your work. And it takes energy and you risk messing it up, but that's what makes the painting better and that's what makes you better. And when you don't feel like you can do that in a work, it suffers. The work suffers because of it. So that's what I'm struggling with. A calming stream. Let's apply that. Yours isn't calming. The shadows under the awning are terrific. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, Randall. Thank you. If I was to do that again, I'd probably make them slightly warmer and put a little bit more color into them, which I could still do. But I just don't feel like going and repainting that entire area. I figure that's why I'm working. Oh, and what I'm going to do too, I haven't started this yet, but so when I come into this next week, I'm really going to work on the foreground a lot. And so I'll start bringing the sky down into the leaves a little bit to kind of shape the tree so it's not just two clumps on either side. So, and you know, I might even put some actual limbs and trees in there, like the actual bark. So it's going to have, it'll look better. So like I said, this is kind of like a block-in for it. A little bit more of a block-in than I had before. Before I kind of had just a placeholder with it. Yeah, my client, he's happy with the stuff that I give him. Yeah. The happier he is, the less happy I am in terms of the painting. Client doesn't know what he's talking about. Yeah, but you know, it's like sometimes it's just what they like, and there's nothing wrong with that. When I've had more time to work in general, I've been able to get these projects done and then do projects that I like to do. But recently, I've only had the time to get the commissions done. I haven't had time to work on the things that I like to do. And it's just how it is. But it's still great practice, right? Is it a glass door? Glass door, what was I talking about? I don't know what you're talking about, Shitty Mia. Needs a lawn elf gnome, I think. It's nice to see me resting. It feels good just to not do anything. I wanted to come in here, get this stuff done, just cover it, set it up, right? We're setting the table for the next session. We're streaming now, the next sesh. So streamers talk sesh. Did Juliet leave the chat? I don't know. I can't ever tell who's in it. Juliet's gonna be like, I'll never watch the stream again. She will. She's cool. You need to keep painting fun. You need to keep painting fun. It's really important. Yeah. Figure out some good stuff to do. I want to do a painting with meaning though, like a Virgin Mary or something soon. I've done one in a very long time. It's a project of my own. Something where I have to set up like a dummy or something and get the folds. You know, really have, even get somebody to come in and pose for the hands or the face or something, like, would be awesome. Ideally, it's not off of a photograph or AI, but I would be willing to do that at this point if it's just to get another painting out. So, yeah. Guys, it is the weekend. This is good. Rom, why is the Discord called Suck It? By the way, I was thinking about joining it to post drawings, paintings too. It's the pseudo. Wait. It's yeah, pseudo ultimate. It's not pseudo. What is it? It's the. It's. I forget what S stands for, but something ultimate creators of knowledge and intellectual talent. Juliet, there she is. Gotta go. Tell your mom I hope the cake turns out well. So many birthdays back to back. Thanks, Juliet. Did you give her cake? Anyway, yeah, I'll see you. I haven't messed with DaVinci Resolve since you helped me with it, showing me. I haven't had time. Saw a beautiful Mary painting on Instagram today. Really? Can you post it for me, or did you get a picture of it? Carl Block has some good paintings. She's my mom. What are you talking about? I know, but I don't know what's going on. That's okay. Let me know if it fucks up again. I will. Someone say cake. That's pretty funny. But for sure, you're always in different accounts. Like, half the time it's But for Chair, half the time it's another person online. I'm assuming that's the same person. I'm 99% sure. Stupidest thing. Well, guys, I should probably get going. Go home and relax, read a book, smoke a cigar, do something, man. Get outside. Be nice. Yeah, I know it's you. Why are you're always switching the accounts? We need another chair for butt. All right, guys. Y'all are awesome. But y'all have a nice weekend. I'll see you next week, okay? Do something fun next week. I'll work on this. Like, my head will be back in it, I'm assuming by Monday or Tuesday, because I need to get kind of that flow back with it. And if not, I feel like I could work on the portrait, so I might be alternating between the two, because these two paintings, get these done and then we're free. We can do what we want. And if I can do that, then maybe I can do a video or something, like a solid video, not just one of these critique videos that I'm putting out. But anyway, guys, y'all are awesome. I'll see ya. Postin' Mary, thank you so much. Pump